it also in case, but if you want to, I don't know.
Test it out.
Yeah, let's test it out again.
Oh, there you go. That sounds better. That looks better.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, it's recording locally anyway, so I could just upload it after. Start, yeah. So, all right. Here with Joe Cronin.
I'm Joe Cronin.
Dave 25.
And we're in the rain. And we're in the dark. We're in the rain in the dark. Like, I am a white person, but it's hard to see.
You can barely see for some reason. Maybe because the brightness is down. I think I was...
Nah, it's probably your computer. Or it could be it's dark outside right now, you know what I mean? There you go. That's not so bad. I see me now.
I was trying to save
the battery,
save the battery.
I get it. But I mean, I look like a shadow or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here at AEW, man. This is the first time ever been to an AEW event, so I'm pretty pumped up. Wait a minute, Brooklyn, New York, and White Sox? You're like terrifying me.
No, I'm not a fan. I mean, I've been to a White Sox game before in Chicago.
I've been to one White Sox game and one Cubs game.
Yeah, I've been to a Cubs game too. 2017, I won.
Oh, yeah, I love Chicago. Shout out to the Metro in Chicago.
Yeah, I like Chicago teams, but yeah, I also like Boston teams. I'm going to a Celtics game, a Bruins game next month. Washington.
There's a lot of death in Chicago, though.
Washington Capitals Bruins game and Celtics Heat game later this year and next year.
So yeah, what's up, man? I mean, you got questions, or do you want me to just scare people? Somebody like a bus is getting off right now. Want to just describe the people as they get off the bus? Like, here comes another guy who looks like maybe a shooter. Like, I don't know.
Oh shit!
That's messed up. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Apologize to anybody whose family's dead for that. My dad's dead. This is a horrible way to start this.
Yeah. So, I can't wait for the show. You just had Cody Rhodes on.
Yeah, I had Cody Rhodes come on. That was cool. Very cool. Like, he was awesome as usual. He's always awesome. Every wrestler I talk to that knows him, that worked with him, just says he's like this awesome big brother. And he is. He's really cool. He's easy to talk to. He likes a lot of the same stuff as me, so I thought that was cool. We both have dogs. We seem to really like dogs.
Yeah,
he likes dogs.
I noticed that also.
So yeah, he was like all into the dogs, and I'm into dogs. He's into Star Trek. I'm into Star Trek. You know, they're promoting all these shows. They get so many shows right now that, like October 11th, another AEW show goes on sale for Texas. So anybody out there is in Texas, like, get those tickets. And yeah, it's been great in Boston, other than the fact that it's raining out a bit. And but we're gonna go in soon, and I'm excited for that. I don't know where I'm sitting yet, but I'm sure I'll find out when I get back there.
Yeah.
They told me to dress somewhat professional. I don't know if this counts, but it's close enough, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. So the show should be good tonight. Last week was awesome.
Last week was great. Last was sold out. Tonight's sold out. I'm hoping that the Boston crowd's fiery. You know, I want to show off, man. I want people to be like, damn, Boston was lit. Like, because Washington was good, but like I would love it if this crowd was louder than Washington. I want to beat Washington. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you go to Washington, like, all it is guys trying to sell you watches, and you know what I mean, like Folkley sunglasses and weird little knickknacks that are made of plastic. And just weird crime, and the president's there and whatever. So
Kuznetsov doing cocaine.
Yeah, we really got lots of cocaine there. Like, we really want to beat Washington here in Boston. So come on, Boston. I hope we can do better than Washington.
Yeah. So Hell in a Cell was terrible. That ending was just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it was weird. Who knew that Bray Wyatt could have a period out of his hand?
I mean, and he actually wasn't injured, so like...
Yeah, so Cody said, somebody was definitely injured. He was like, somebody's injured, and but I mean, Bray Wyatt showed up Monday and did physical stuff, so... That's not, in a dark match, so I don't think it was Bray. It seems like it was Seth. I mean... But either way, even if somebody wasn't injured, they would have probably kept them off TV anyway after that to reboot next week. Kind of use the draft to sweep that under the rug. And quite honestly, they weren't selling that pay-per-view anyway, and now it makes sense why. Now you see why. Because they booked that into a corner, which they knew. They did it on purpose. They booked it 2 months ago. So they knew the whole time, like, what are we doing this for? And maybe they had a different plan in mind, but either way, they knew they were going to get out of it. So it makes sense that they tried to promote it, but they didn't really do a very good job. And then once it was over, they almost don't want to mention it ever again. So
yeah, the total concept surrounding Hell in a Cell is no disqualifications, settling your feud in the middle of the ring.
Yeah,
and they just it made no sense.
They really didn't have a feud that warranted a Hell in a Cell yet at all. Like there was the first match. It made no sense, and that's why having Hell in a Cell have to happen at this certain time of the year every year is stupid. The theme pay-per-view is dumb. It should be saved for, okay, we've got this crazy rivalry going, and now let's do it in a Hell in a Cell. Not like, oh, we have to do Hell in a Cell because
like remember they would have like Armageddon, like all these No Mercy. Like stick to those type of pay-per-views, and then if the feud calls for it, bring out the Hell in a Cell and add it to it as a match simulation, like stipulation.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. That's what I want to happen. Like, I mean, they need to switch to that immediately because this is you can tell it's not real. It's not worth it. It's disingenuous to do that pay-per-view.
Yeah, totally. I just can't stand what they're doing right now with WWE, and this is why All Elite Wrestling is here. I think it's kind of like, how they say like history repeats itself. Yeah. In the I think early 90s, like WWE was getting PG, family friendly, and then they started to like get competition in WCW, and that pushed them to go TV 14, go to the next level, and then eventually they beat WCW, and then they went back to their ways of going PG, boring, and then now it brings AEW back and another wrestling like competitions back.
They created a monster or whatever, which we needed. So this is great because I can't even imagine what we'd be sitting through if it was Monday and Friday and there was no AEW, because then NXT wouldn't have happened the way it did. And we would literally be put to sleep on a Monday and then have to go through the rest of the week just to get to a SmackDown that would probably also be subpar. And I think wrestling would have been pretty killed at that point if that had happened. But now you got AEW coming out doing this. You got the NWA's YouTube show. What they did on the NWA the other day was like, that was awesome. And it's different.
I like Nick Aldis over there.
Yeah, Nick Aldis is great, and he cut a great promo. He had a good match. There's something different. It's a throwback. It's different than this stuff. So it's almost like the territories are back, but they're like the online territories. You know what I mean? You can watch AEW, you can watch MLW, you can watch ROH if you want. Nobody's really watching that anymore, but people can still watch it. And you got NWA. That throwback the other day was crazy, dude. It was like I was 5 years old watching clips of the NWA again. So all this variety, it's like the territories are back, but online. And then not to mention all the smaller companies who are putting their stuff up on iPay-per-views and things like that.
Yeah, the service that you're
people are doing that on their own ones, but there's also a lot putting them on that TitleMatchWrestlingNetwork.com, coupon code Cronin, and you can get hundreds of different iPay-per-views. But like that access right now is crazy, and like there's just unlimited access to all these little things. And it's weird because when WWE and WCW were going at it with about 11 million listeners, 11 million viewers. They squashed almost everybody else around, except for little ECW was able to come up. But after that, everything kind of disappeared, but small indie events. And I'm honestly, but forget all this wrestling talk. I really want to get struck by lightning. I'm hoping a big, gigantic bolt of lightning strikes me right in the dick. I'm gonna be honest. Can you guys say that on your show?
Yeah, I don't care.
Right in the privates.
It's YouTube, so it's not Twitch.
I mean, just strike me dead. Like right now, I don't know. Imagine if you got that on this thing. Yeah. This channel would go viral. It'd be like, YouTuber dies. YouTuber Joe Cronin dead. During a live podcast at AEW, and then I would request that even if I died, and people would want to be sympathetic to my family and everything else like that, but you know what? I want them to create a pay-per-view called AEW Lightning or AEW Lightning Bolt or whatever the hell, and it's all in the honor of Joe Cronin, who died outside of the arena from a lightning bolt strike to the crotch, October 9th, 2019.
So I got a question. What would you do if AEW hired you for their dark AEW,
the dark show or whatever, the dark matches?
Yeah.
What would they? So, with all the stuff with WWE striking me the other day, and with all the interview stuff I was doing and uploading, I unfortunately I only saw it in the background. I don't really know. Was there a commentary? Was there outside interviewers, or what was going on?
Commentary.
So they probably wouldn't. They probably already got that booked up. But that'd be cool.
Say you were on commentary.
Yeah, I would love to do. I'd love if that would happen. That'd be great because I would. That'd be cool to call a show like that on a Tuesday on their online service. And, then eventually when one of the older guys, decides, I'm done with this, or I'm going to go in the back, whether that's Shivani or whether that's Jim Ross. And then, if I was good at that, it'd move up. Yeah, that'd be great. Probably will never happen, but that would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you and your former, out of nowhere, co-host, I think that would be a great announcement.
He's dead.
If you could work together professionally.
What would be great is if I could be color heel and just troll him the entire thing. I wish that could happen. But yeah, no, we called a great match with the Hardy Boys, and it got lost, and I'm still mad because I'm still talking about it. And that was his first call, and I remember, I brought him up on stage. He didn't want to call or whatever. Well, you're on a list now. Yeah, so he didn't want to come up on stage, so I brought him up on stage. But he was pretty good right from there. So even then I was like, oh, this is your first time. You're pretty good for your first time. So yeah, and we called the match really well, and it was really good. And I said to the promoter, because normally I would just call solo. So to have someone with me and to know him so well, it was great.
The chemistry there.
It would have been so good because it was good. If you had seen it, I couldn't wait for people to see it. And then they called me a month later, and I'm like, where is this video? And a month later, they're like, oh yeah, something bad happened to the audio. It didn't work or something or other. And yeah, unfortunately, we don't have video of that. But it was the Hardy Boys, awesome deletion, and we had a great call. But it sounds like he's working for Master P now.
Yeah, I know.
He's going to be working for Master P because Master P just bought House of Glory. Haha, you sucker, you bought a piece of trash. No, I'm just kidding. It's a great place.
What if they cut him now?
Yeah, there's a lot of meth there, I heard. Check the basement. Master P, check the basement. No, I'm just kidding.
But,
joking about that. We're here at AEW. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think it's cool that they're hiring YouTubers like Chris Van Vliet.
Yeah,
he's really good at what he does. His interviews.
And to pump him up a little bit, Chris Van Vliet, man, I call him Chris Van Fish Fillet. But yeah, Chris Van Vliet. He not only is he a YouTuber, he really is a professional, broadcaster. He I think he does something with a news station or media down in Florida. Maybe he's had tons of jobs like that. I mean, I went to school for a little while, but I really only did some stuff at Nesson years ago in 2004. But other than that, I've never done anything else. And so yeah, he's a pro, man. I really like his stuff. I'm jealous. He looks really good too. I'm thinking about leaving my wife.
What he did was pretty good. That segment was kind of WWE style, generic with I think it was promoting a movie.
Oh, on the side, yeah, they were promoting a movie. It was a little cringy.
Yeah.
But I thought he did a good job. I thought
very good.
At the beginning he was really good. Then in the middle it was all right, and then they stayed on it too long. I felt like. Yeah. But still overall, I thought it was a nice little 7 out of 10 segment, and he fit in great. That was the only thing he had to do, but it was. I hope he gets more opportunities because he's a good guy.
I like what AEW is doing. Also, they picked the best ring announcer, in my opinion. They could have picked
Justin Roberts.
Justin Roberts. He was so good in WWE, and the fact that they got rid of him. If I was thinking about hiring someone, I would have picked him up.
Yeah, I was surprised they got rid of him. He's a good announcer. He's a good announcer, and I think he's got a voice here, a presence here that I like. I like him more here than I did in WWE, to be honest, in a weird way. But yeah, I don't know why they fired him. It's almost like they want to hire taller people. Vince loves to hire taller announcers. That's why Justin Roberts, they get rid of him. They got rid of who was the guy from NXT that he was on the show a couple times with me. Rich Brennan. His real name I can't remember, but yeah, Rich Brennan came on, and he had weird situations with WWE in the back apparently too. And I was talking to him about that. And when I went down to NXT and did my interview with them, they took Vic Joseph over me. Vic Joseph is a tall guy, looks like friggin' Nosferatu, but he's that clean look with the slick black hair, and I think that's what they're looking for. And the new ring announcers, if you look at them, they're all tall dudes. They're all tall guys. One guy's got the frosted tips and everything. So I don't know. Yeah. But I think I'm too short. 5'10's too short. I need to be 6'2".
Yeah, I think you would be a good fit. Also, you're Tough Enough video. It's one of the most viewed, I think, on their YouTube.
Oh yeah, my parking session just expired, but the meter shuts off at 6 anyway. The NXT. Oh no, the Tough Enough. Yeah, the Tough Enough video. Yeah, so I was surprised that they put that up there. and then I was also surprised that they kept it up there, and that they still. I don't know why.
There, yeah.
It's still up there, and I think the other ones are too. I think everybody else's are too. But I checked the app, which is weird. They still have an app.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, if you go to the Tough Enough app, I think there's only like 12 people on it, and I'm still on there too. It's weird. Just weird to see yourself on their stuff. And I got really close. They called me because one of the guys almost backed out or something or other, and they were like, have your bags packed. But that was at the time when I was still working on maybe I'd be a wrestler. You know, but I kind of knew I should just be doing commentary. But I was like, I'll go down there with the intention of, you know, just getting in the door to say I'm really actually good at commentary. If you you know, I'm wrestling. I've passed my prime here.
Yeah, I remember you said before, like, hockey, you got 2 pretty bad concussions. So if they ever found out about that, they probably would be cautious about you wrestling in the ring, which I think commentary would probably better suit you, whether it's ring announcing or
they'd probably
commentary.
test me for sure.
You think you could pass?
Connor from OKFabe, we are down the street after the building. Come find us. That's Connor from OKFabe texting me, wondering where we are. No, I think that I don't know. Like, they took a lot of my stuff, and they did a lot of things with the commentary. I just didn't work out, I guess. You know what I mean? And that's I don't know. But it's just cool that, like, that even got looked at. You know, that I even got. Who the heck? I never would have thought
that you were that good. Like,
well,
that
and just from being, like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess I would expect it if I did 4 years of school, and then I applied to them with, like, paperwork and called them a bunch and did all these things. But to just kind of reach out casually and say these things or email me, for them to email me was surprising. So that's what I didn't expect. And so and to this day there's still a dialogue with certain people, but you know, I think that they're just well on their way with stuff. I think right now I've really been more interested in trying to get into, like, a MLW or a Ring of Honor or something like that. But Ian Riccaboni has that pretty locked down over there, though.
I find AEW is, like, topping, like, what Ring of Honor was good at, because they signed all their guys. And so now, like, it's their rosters.
A couple of years ago, I said, like, someone needs to come out with a company and then just put these guys together and have a real show, and with the pay-per-views and, like, a good TV show, and, like, just come out here and really go at it. And, like, I think I thought you had to sign CM Punk too at the time, but I mean, I didn't know that, you know, you could sign Jericho. So
yeah, that's
either way. Like, you just need a couple big signs, shocking signs, and then that's it. That will help you launch your company. And literally that happened. I didn't think it would happen this way, though. I didn't think, like, Cody Rhodes and, you know, the Bullet Club stuff and the Young Bucks and everybody, I didn't think they were all going to come together and create their own thing that way. I thought somebody like Tony Khan would come along and be like, hey, I'm going to start this wrestling company and I'm going to go grab people. But weirdly, they already came together with what they were doing, and then Tony Khan stepped in. And so, yeah, it's just I saw something like this happening years ago. I used to talk about it, but I didn't see the way this happened is even more special.
Yeah, I think Jericho put them on the map for sure. I think if you talk to anyone, like, that is a casual WWE fan, they'll just be like, oh yeah, I heard Jericho's there. Like, that's the number one thing they say. And the fact that Chris Jericho signed with them, it's like, it just adds, like, name value, credibility. He's proven himself in the WWE, and he has, like, that mainstream appeal that the company needed when they first started.
Yeah, it's like, I think they could have done it still without him, but at the same time, like, yeah, it really just they couldn't have done it without anybody. They needed everybody they have really contributes. Everybody. Because, you know, everybody's got their favorite now. A lot of people like, oh, Kenny Omega's my number one guy, or Young Bucks are our guy, or, you know, Cody's my guy, or you know, you like all of them. But so nowadays you need that versatility until you can find out who the man is of the company. Seems like Cody Rhodes is right now to me. As much as, like, Jericho is over, and we saw what Jericho did with Omega and what he's done in New Japan. That stuff was crazy, the business they did out there. I think they had something like 25,000 Americans sign up for the New Japan app. I mean, that's pretty crazy to steer people, or it's probably more than that. So yeah, this is just a perfect storm here for WWE. Is on the downslide, and these guys are coming in with fire, and it seems like AEW can do no wrong and WWE can do no right now.
If you had a chance of like getting hired for commentary, where do you think you have a better shot right now, AEW or WWE?
I guess it's tough for both because both seem pretty locked in with what they're doing. They've got solid teams. I mean, I don't really like the WWE announcing, but the only reason why the WWE announce team wouldn't matter right now is because they're all just seem the same to me anyway. They're all kind of controlled with what they can and can't say. I'd really go in there and say, listen, I'll hit your key points, but I'm going to do things my way here and make this exciting. And fire me if you want, like we're gonna sell some tickets, all right, instead of robotically, commentating. But yeah, I mean, probably something more like this. I would say sometimes the smaller companies are harder to get into because everybody like has their little cliques and friends already, or the smaller companies want to reach out to a big name that they know, like somebody who has a podcast or something on Sirius Radio or somewhere. And someone like me kind of has to weasel my way in and say, hey, I do commentary, and then they're like, who are you? And so it's harder maybe for me to do that. So right now I'm able to call a lot of little indie events, but MLWs and stuff like that are looking for guys who are up on top and are falling down a step, whereas I'm over here, I'm an unknown. And yeah, I think I would have had a better chance at AEW months ago if I had sort of hit them up and really put my name out there, and I didn't do that. I didn't know exactly what was going on, but probably more of an AEW type of thing now because of the freedom and creativity in the company. I'd probably rather be at AEW. So
yeah.
But yeah, man, I guess I should probably go in the place now.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
I think that's it. Thanks for
Dave
coming
25 on. Man, this guy's been in my chats forever, and it's good to meet you.
Yeah.
And the BJ in the bathroom, that was crazy. Like, oh my god, dude, he is as good as they say he is. Holy hell! All right, man.
All right.
Good shit.
Thanks for coming on. Big fan.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See you guys.